friend, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make this nice and easy, delicious chicken parmesan. Friend, you ain't never had chicken parmesan like this. Cause friend, that chicken parmesan, that thing gonna be thangin'. Friend, stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Friend, let's get right into it. So in this bowl I got some white distilled vinegar and 1 lime, okay? And I went ahead and I put some chicken breasts in there. I'm using 3 chicken breasts. Friend, that is more than enough. I know you're thinking only 3. Yes, friend, trust me, you're gonna watch this through, friend. This is enough to feed a family of 6, okay? All right, we're gonna go ahead, we're going to clean our chicken. Make sure we put it in that sanitizing mixture. Make sure it is well sanitized so it won't smell like outside and it won't have that raw chicken smell, okay? And if you don't like to clean your chicken, friend, just go ahead and skip this part, but you know I'm gonna do it each and every single time, okay? After that, I went ahead and I rinsed my chicken. I gave it about 2 to 3 rinses. You could rinse it however much you so desire. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get a paper towel and we're going to dry the chicken. We're gonna pat it up, we're gonna dry it up. Next, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take the chicken. I'm gonna show you the chicken. You see the chicken, it's a little bit thick. It's a little bit thick, it's a little bit too thick, okay? We don't wanna keep it like that when we're making chicken parmesan. It needs to get a little bit skinny. You need to go on a little bit of diet, okay? So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cut it up, baby. Go right there, just like that, baby. So we basically just gave it a tummy tuck. You know how when you get a tummy tuck, they take your one big tummy and they make it one small tummy? Yeah. That's what we basically did. We took 1 and made it 2. Hey, yes. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cut it like that. And we're going to do that to every single piece of the chicken, okay? Because we don't want it to be too thick. We want it to be a little bit of thin. We want it to be a little bit thin, okay? Okay. Like we trying to be this summer, huh? All right. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to get some saran wrap. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to cover it with the saran wrap. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab a meat tenderizer. And we're going to hit it with the meat tenderizer to tenderize it. Baby, if you ain't got no meat tenderizer like I don't, just go ahead and improvise and use what you got. I use the mush of a pilon. That's how I could say. That's what it's called, okay? Baby, you could use your grandmama cane for all I care, as long as you use something to tenderize that chicken. All right? Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to start seasoning that chicken. We're going to put a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon and a half a teaspoon of the seasoning salt. Then we're going to put 2 teaspoons of the Montreal chicken, okay? And here you go. You see me putting that other half of a teaspoon of the seasoning salt. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to mix everything together until that seasoning got some of that chicken and that chicken got some of that seasoning. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to grab 2 eggs and we're going to put the 2 eggs into the chicken, you guys, okay? This is going to make the seasoning stick onto the child. I'm sorry, I had to stop and yell at my kids. You know how them kids be trying you, like they don't know who you are. Like he don't see me doing this voiceover. My son want to come out the room and this when he thirsty, when he was just outside, y'all. Who child? These kids, I'm telling you, you know, when you a mom, the best time in your life is when you're not with your kids. And the best time in your life is when you're with your kids. You only understand when you're a mom, child. But anyway, back to the chicken. We went ahead, we put the 2 eggs in there, and this is going to help the seasoning stick on it. And this is also going to help the coating stick onto the chicken, okay? We went ahead, we mixed that very well. Next, we're going to go ahead, we're going to grab some breadcrumbs. I'm using Italian breadcrumbs because it got some seasoning in it, okay? Some people like to use the pinko breadcrumbs, but they ain't got no kind of flavor. So I don't like to use them. But baby, you do what you want to do. Then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to use 1/4 cup and some mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to use 1/4 cup of that. And I'm going to mix everything together. I did ended up later adding a little bit more of the Italian breadcrumbs, okay? So in total, I'll say you need about 2 cups, but you can always add more if you need more. Now, in this little pot that I got, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put 2 more eggs. In total, I put about 6 eggs, and then 2 more eggs in the that y'all just see me put earlier. So in total for this recipe, I used about 8 eggs, okay? Then I went ahead, I put some eggs in there. This is my son helping me, the same one that I was just yelling at for coming outside. Look at that. He wanted to help so bad, so I did go ahead and let him help me. Yes, he did a good job. Good job, baby. Okay. So then I went ahead and I just mixed that all together, scrambled that all together. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab our chicken. We're going to put it into the egg. Well, this one already got the egg. We're going to go ahead. We're going to put it into the breadcrumbs and the mozzarella and the Parmesan cheese. We're going to make sure every inch of it is nice and covered, okay? We're going to make sure that it is covered in that breadcrumb mixture. Then we're going to go ahead, once we're done with that, we're going to put it in the egg mix and we're going to give it a second coating, okay? This is what you need to do to make sure that you have a nice thick little coating for your Parmesan chicken, okay? And some of these chicken breasts, they were a little bit big, and I was like, you know what, this is a little bit too big, because my kids, they love to waste your time. They love to waste your time. They ain't gonna eat all that. So some of them, I did end up cutting them into 2 pieces. I just took the chicken just like this. When I was done seasoning, I just slit it and cut it like into 2 pieces to make it 2 pieces instead of 1, okay? And some of them, I just left it like that. So it's all up to you. If you feel like they're too big, you could always cut them in half. If not, then just leave them the way they are. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put that second coating, make sure it is nice and coated, making sure I'm patting that on there, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead, we're going to put a pan on the stove, and on that pan we're only gonna put about 1.5 cup of oil, because we don't need that much oil to fry this chicken, okay? Okay, and when the oil is nice and hot, we're going to go ahead, we're going to put our chicken in there, and we're going to let it fry. Hoo-cha! We have the heat at like 7-8, okay, you guys? The first batch, I didn't show you guys me frying it because, friend, my phone had died and I had to go put it on the charger, okay? So I didn't get to show y'all the first batch, but here you go. You can see this batch right here is frying. Okay, so you know how like your stove have 4 burners? Most people have 2 big ones and 1 little, 2 big ones, and 2 small ones. Well, mine's is weird. My stove have 1 big one and 3 little ones. The big one gave out on me. It wasn't working at all. I had to put in a maintenance request for them to come and fix it. They eventually did fix it, but at that moment when I was making this video, it was not fixed. So I could not use the big burner. I had to use one of the small burners. And because the burner is small, it's not the heat is not evenly distributed. So some areas of the pan is hotter than other areas. Towards the edges, the heat is not as hot as it is in the middle, because towards the edges, that part of the pan is not touching the burner. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you'll see some of the chicken browning faster than other parts of the chicken. But is why. You shouldn't have that problem when you're cooking yours. You should cook it for approximately 5 to 6 minutes on each side, okay? And at a heat 7-8. And yeah, I really know how to cook, so I got this, and I still was able to make it work, because look at that. Okay, and when you're making this, you want to make sure you do not burn your breadcrumbs. Just make sure they're nice and golden. Even if they're not cooked all the way, that is okay. If the meat is not cooked all the way in the inside, that is okay, because we can always finish cooking it in the oven, okay? Just make sure it has a nice gold color and it is not burned, okay? Because we are going to put it in the oven for an additional 10 minutes, okay? All right. I took out the first one. I did go ahead and move this to the center so it could be in that hottest spot of the hottest spot of the oil. Okay, and baby, look at that. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful that chicken look, baby. You already know it's about to be fried. Okay, and we're just gonna continue doing this until we cooked all of our chicken. Then I went ahead and I put them inside of a pan, and I put them under the oven at 350 degrees for like 10 minutes. You guys, this was a little sample piece. I wanted to show it to you guys because it was so cute. It looked like a heart to me. Look at that. It is cooked to perfection. It is nice. It is crispy. And baby, it is beautiful. And look at that beautiful white meat inside. Hoo-cha, you already know this about to be fine. Make sure you taste your food as you go along, friend, because if you taste it, you can always change something if something ain't right. Do not wait till the end when everything is done for you to taste your food, friend. You taste as you go. You taste as you go. So now I was working on my pasta sauce. I went ahead and I cut up some bell peppers, and I went ahead and I cut up some onions. You could use as much or as little as little as your heart desires. Okay, this is the amount that I decided to use. All right. All right. Then I went ahead, I put a pot on the stove. This is at medium high heat, 7-8. I'm going to go ahead and put one jar of pasta sauce. You could use whatever kind of pasta sauce your heart so desire. I feel like they all taste the same anyway. Then I went ahead, I did put a little bit of water in the jar, and I just shook it up and put it in there because, baby, food too expensive for us to be wasting food, okay? All right. Then I went ahead and I put up those bell peppers and onions that I cut up, and I put them in there, and I'm going to let them simmer. I'm going to let it cook. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start adding some seasoning. I added a half of a cube of chicken flavor bouillon Maggi. If you don't like that seasoning, baby, don't add it. Add salt, add adobo, add something else, add something that you like, baby. That's your business. Then I went ahead, I added a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning, garlic powder and onion powder are non-salt based seasoning, okay? And then I added 1 teaspoon of the seasoning salt. Seasoning salt and Maggi is salt based seasoning. So those were the only 2 things I added to the pasta sauce to give it some salt. We don't need to add a lot because we already have seasoning in our chicken, and then we're going to also boil our pasta in seasoning too. So when it comes together, the seasoning will balance out. All right. Make sure you cover your pot when you making spaghetti sauce because, baby, that thing like to pop up. And that thing will burn you, friend. Okay, you see it? Hey. All right. Then I went ahead and I put 2 tablespoons of sugar. Yes, sugar go in pasta sauce. Friend, I ain't going to argue with you. Find somebody else to argue with, friend. It is what it is. This is my food and this is how I make it. If you don't like it, then don't add it to yours. But it's going to go in mine. Okay? All right. Then I went ahead. I just gave it a mix to make sure that sugar dissolves into that pasta sauce. And they can become one as a unit, child. Then I went ahead and I let that cook for approximately 5 minutes. When that was done cooking, I went ahead and I took my chicken out of the oven. It's been in there for about 10 minutes, you guys. It only took about 10 minutes to make this pasta sauce. Then I'm going to go ahead and put some of that pasta sauce on top of the chicken. You don't want to put too much because you don't want your chicken to become soggy, okay? And that's why I don't put no pasta sauce at the bottom when I'm about to put it back in the oven because I feel like it tends to make your chicken soggy, and all that hard work we just did to get that chicken to be crispy is for nothing. So I only like to add a little bit of pasta sauce on top of my chicken. You can add more if you so desire to yours, but from my experience, this is the best way to do it. Then I went ahead, I added some provolone cheese, and then I went ahead and I added some mozzarella cheese. I want this to be very cheesy, very delicious, okay? Then I went ahead, I put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 5 minutes until the cheese started bubbling and became nice and brown and gold like this, friend. When it looked like this, friend, you could go ahead and take it out the oven. And baby, look at that chicken Parmesan, child. Ooh, child. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Look at that cheese pool. Friend, this ain't nothing to be played with. Just like that, baby, your chicken Parmesan is done. Let's go ahead and give this beautiful chicken Parmesan a moment of silence for the beauty that it holds. Ooh, child, yes, child, yes. Look at that chicken Parmesan, friend. That thing thingy. That thing thingy, friend. Look at that chicken Parmesan. Look at the thickness of the breadcrumbs. Look at that white, beautiful chicken meat, friend. Friend, that thing thingy, friend. Don't play with it, friend. Find somebody else. Find something else to play with. Because, baby, this ain't the one. This ain't the two. This chicken Parmesan ain't nothing to be played with, friend. Everybody at the dinner table gonna be doing the hokey pokey, friend, because they ain't gonna know what else to do because this tastes so good. Whoo, child. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye. Until next time.